we're gonna start with the spider guard, okay? We're gonna control both sleeves, all right? Both sleeves. And I wanna talk a little bit about like how to control your opponent when you play spider guard, okay? So now I'm having my feet like under his armpit. See that? Of course, like if my feet are over, like it's easier for him to go for the blunders, right? I can have one foot under the whole time, okay? Because now I can start getting the triangle here, okay? Other way around, okay? So if I put one foot on his biceps, so make sure the other one is under, okay? If you're controlling both sleeves, you don't need to concern about like full locks, right? If I change my grip for the collar, then he can start going for an ankle lock, things like that, right? So make sure you control the sleeves. Spider guard is a great guard as long as you have a good grip, okay? So we're gonna be training our grips during this week, so make sure you come back stronger on your grips. Because if you don't have grips when you play guard, it's gonna be hard for you to play guard, right? You must have a grip, especially with the gi. So we're gonna control just like that, right? The spider guard grip, okay? I'm gonna have one foot on his biceps. All right, and one thing that we're gonna do is the lasso spider, right? We're gonna escape our hips, and then we got the lasso here. We got a shallow lasso. But a lot of times when people do that, they don't understand why they're doing the lasso, okay? So sometimes you get the lasso here because you see like your professor already show you that, but sometimes you keep yourself with your hips in the same side that you set up the lasso. And when I do this, it's easier for Dominic to escape, okay? So it's easier for you to move. So you can even turn this hand inside and do like a throw bypass like this. Okay, even though I have the lasso here. Okay, so when you do the lasso, it's very important to escape your hips to the opposite side of the lasso. So when I get the lasso on this side, for example, immediately I go back to this way. You see, I put my hips outside of his feet. So that way right now, it's so hard for him to do throw bys and try to undo the lasso, okay? So don't start moving this way. So if you start moving this way, I cannot accept my hips being this way here. Okay, changing my hips. You see that I'm controlling the right side here, doing the lasso, right? That means the right side of my back, right, behind my shoulder must be on the floor, not the left side. If I keep this side here, I'm weak. So immediately I need to change this way. That way I break his posture and it's really hard for him to move, okay? And if you don't try to move to my side, I just keep like locking a little bit, like escaping my hips like this. And he's not gonna be walking that way for a long time, okay? So he's gonna do a few steps that way and you just like keep like escaping this way, okay? You don't need to stiffen this leg like this, straight, right? Keep like bend it a little bit, bend it like this, right? So you have mobility, okay, like this, all right? And of course, later on, if you like, you can grab the collar here to break his posture even more. But just doing that, try to posture up though. It's really hard for him to posture up. Notice how I put my foot here under his armpit. Okay, again, turn a little bit like side, there you go, right there. So I escape my hips to the outside. Of course, if I escape this way first and try to get the lasso, it's gonna be hard for me. So first I escape outside, get the lasso, and go back. And notice that I place my foot right here. You see that? Okay, turn around so you can see. The other way. Yeah, that way. Right there. So if you don't try to put the weight on me, I can push him with my foot. You see, I'm pushing him. I can push his chest right here, right under his armpit. Okay, and sometimes I can put my knee on the floor, depends on how heavy he's gonna be on me. I can relax here and rest. Every time that Dom's put his hand inside, I'm not gonna do this, okay? That's a huge mistake as well, okay? A lot of times when you feel like your opponent is taking the hand inside, you feel like, oh shoot, I lost the grip. You start feeling tired, and then you wanna change like this, and then Dom will pass, okay? So what are you gonna do here? So you're gonna do the lasso, escape. When Dom put the hand inside, I need to undo the lasso. And then I go back again. And go back again to the lasso. See, so I never let go of the sleeves. I always keep the sleeve as strong as I can. Okay? This will improve your guard tremendously. And like I say, the person on top will be moving backwards. Move backwards on here, moving forward. Escaping the hips always to the side. And always maintain yourself like this. Okay? And another thing that's good when you play spider is not like keeping your legs straight, is bring your knees to your chest a little bit, okay? So you stretch this way just to force your opponent to step to the side that you want him to step, okay? And after this, we're gonna start working on attacks. Right now, it's just a drill. So I got here, I go step one, escape, he's gonna move, I keep pushing this way, look, okay? Escape my hips, control, he's gonna take the hand out, I undo the lasso, escape my hips again, go back, and turn again. So just do that and you're gonna start feeling like more comfortable playing spider guard. Just playing a spider guard like this, it's good, but if you keep both feet on his biceps, it's easier for him to stack you like this, okay? So I suggest you, if you're doing that, at least like putting one foot under his armpit. Because right now if you try to stack me, it's hard because this foot controls the situation. And then later on, you get the lasso, so then you're gonna start like getting the attacks, okay? And we're gonna learn a lot of techniques from here this week. Sounds good? All right? So you guys have any questions? All right. So let's work from there. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Go. So now that you got the sleeves here, okay, you control both feet like under his armpit, right? So I'm gonna place one foot on his biceps, escape my hips, get the lasso, pulling his hand right towards my chest, and then I'll place, turn around, Joe. Yes. So you see how I place my foot here under his armpit, okay? And then I escape, and now look, my foot is like a hook under his armpit, okay? So I don't keep my foot like this, okay? Because that way, like, I cannot open my knee outside. So I gotta keep my knees apart, okay? So don't keep your legs like this, like keep your knees apart, right? So now from here, I can start working on my attacks, okay? And one position that we can do here, we can grab his collar, okay? Because sometimes your opponent is trying to posture up like this and try to walk back. You can grab his collar, and at the same time, you're still escaping the hips to the outside, right? Facing towards the side of the lasso. Then you grab the cross collar, okay? So this grip here is really, really strong. Of course, because I'm not controlling this hand, probably it's gonna start like moving this hand, right? And I can fight with his hand, using my foot on his biceps or shoulder. It really depends the size of my leg, okay? So I just follow him. You see that my heel is off his rib because he wants to go over. Now when he wants to go down, I'm gonna touch my heel against his rib, okay? So that way it's hard for him to go with the hand inside. Plus, I'm pulling his hand, his collar down, breaking his posture. So it's really hard for him to work with that hand. Okay, but in case that he goes with the hand inside right here, okay, you can pose this foot on the floor just for a little bit, and then you go back again. Okay, and then you keep here. Like, try to maintain yourself here. Dom, he's gonna start moving this way to try to press my guard. I keep myself here. Okay, just like controlling him. This is a great position, right? It's a great way for you to control your opponent. And I bet with you, if you have a strong grip and you do that hip escape, you're gonna have complete control of the fight. It's really hard for your opponent to break your grips, okay? Because one, you're controlling this hand, and this hand right here, it's really far from the hand that's on the collar. Right? Usually he wants to grab with both hands on my collar, the hand that I'm controlling the collar to break my grip. So if you have just one hand on my collar, like the other one, like go under my leg, like this, maybe it's gonna break, but it's not like so effective and strong. Plus, in the meantime, when he's doing that, in the meantime, I can start playing like the La Riva, right? Or I can start like just turning like this, okay? And I can start like also when Dom walks this way, right? I can grab his pants. I have time to grab his pants on this side and then place the La Riva like this, okay? For now, we're gonna be here, okay? And then Dom is gonna start moving a little bit towards the side. I'm gonna keep escaping my hips. Now what I gotta do, I want to do the lasso. Okay, I'll do the lasso, push him away from me. Without like letting go my grips, I will slide my calf over his arm, and I'll get the omoplata. Just like that. I did really slow so you could see like how I do. Okay. One common mistake when people are applying the omoplata here, turn this way though. So let's say you got the lasso here, and then you go like this. You take your leg away far, and then you try to hit the omoplata here. So when you do that, the opponent like close the elbow here so you don't get the omoplata, right? So you're just gonna take the leg out, but look, you're gonna pass your foot over your shoulder, like this, and then you get the omoplata here. Sorry, no. Turn back. Like this, okay? And you keep the sleeve, keep the collar and the sleeve, pushing the hand against your leg, okay? Right here, against your hip. Of course, the only thing that I need to concern here is if he's stepping over me. I cannot let Dom like step both legs over me like this, okay? So after I get here, the reason I'm controlling the collar is in case like you stand up, especially when I'm applying the omoplata. So when I get here, I escape, I take my leg out, I go from apply, Dom stand up, like this, he posture up. So you keep holding the collar so he's gonna carry you, right? And a lot of times when you apply the omoplata here, you let go of the collar. So that way your opponent stand up and then he takes the arm out. So the hand on the collar will keep him down, okay? Keep you safe right there. You're gonna let go of the collar when he touches his head on the floor. Then you can let go of the collar and go with the hand that's on the sleeve over his back. Okay, so again, I start here, right? So I go step one, escape the hips, get the lasso, get the hook behind his armpit, go back to the other side, control the collar. Okay, once I control the collar, I undo the lasso, shoot the omoplata, he touched the head on the floor. Now I can let go of the collar, okay, because I need to sit up, and then I'll go with my hand over his back right here, so in case he's trying to roll, I can stop his roll, okay? The key of the omoplata is not the legs over, like this leg over his shoulder. The key of the omoplata is you biting his forearm, okay? So you're gonna squeeze your rib against your thigh really hard. So you trap his forearm here, super tight. Just doing that, you're gonna notice that your omoplata will be way better. Right? Sometimes people, they stay relaxed here. They don't do that. They try to go here like this and then end up like escaping the arm like this, okay? And end up losing the omoplata. The key is to squeeze your rib against your thigh here, okay? And then you can even use this hand here to even pinch more your leg, okay? Like this. Wipe the leg out. You don't need to figure four the leg like this. Just keep like that. And squeeze the forearm as much as you can. Once you're here, I like to open the lapel from the outside, okay? I open the lapel and then I grab with this hand here, like this, okay? And I start like, start standing up, okay? Then he's gonna tap, all right? Another thing you do here, when you open the lapel and control, okay, is having this hand controlling his calf, okay? Instead of the back, you control the calf because his hand is already covering the back. Keep squeezing, and then you do a hip escape out, driving his hips to the floor. So he's gonna put his hips on the floor here. Once you're there, again, start squeezing really hard here. Dom is not very flexible on the shoulder, but let's say like his arm is to his side here. I squeeze really hard, then I grab the collar here and then stand up. So this hand can still be here when you're standing up to finish him. Or you can grab like this. Trap the shoulder, not the arm, okay? Trap the shoulder here and then you come up, all right? Again, that's the last technique we're gonna work, okay? So I'm here, I got the spider, I got the lasso, escape my hips, control the collar, okay? Don't start moving, I just control, move them. I just stay here, okay, with him. Okay, I'm controlling the situation. It's so hard for me to play guard like without grips. I'll be just defending, right? But once you have the grip, you got a good lasso. You escape this, you're facing towards the side of the lasso. You're gonna notice that you're gonna have way more control, okay? And you can think, you can breathe while you make your opponent tired, frustrated, okay? Once you're here, take the lasso out, but keep the hips outside, okay? Pass the leg like a calf touching his triceps, pulling him, bridging, getting the triangle right here. Once he touches his head on the floor, post my hand on the floor, pushing this hand here, squeeze my rib against my thigh, control over his back. Now I can start opening the leg. Don't need to get the triangle here. Turn around right here, okay? Like this. Now once you're here, you open the lapel. I like this grip a lot. Okay? Oh, Professor, sometimes I can feel like I cannot get the lapel. Just grab here. You grab the material here and grab 4 fingers inside. But I really like to take my time to grab like this. Sometimes your opponent feels the dangers. He's gonna roll forward, roll down. He's gonna roll, roll, roll. I just let it go and I end up on top. Okay, in case he rolls, just end up on top like this. Okay, go back though, sorry. So make sure you squeeze the forearm here, okay? You open, control, turn around them, face her back to it. So now once I grab the lapel here, look, my hand goes here. Thumb inside, 4 fingers outside. Then I do a big hip escape outside, using my feet on the floor, posting my hand on the calf, jumping out until he falls. When he falls, then I start getting the omoplata. Okay? Very important to squeeze the forearm. Think about that when you get the omoplata. And it's going to be way stronger, way harder for the person to escape. Okay? One more time, faster. Take your time here when you get the omoplata, okay? Open the lapel, control, thumb inside, okay? And look, be able to take your butt off the mat so you have the weight on your feet and on your hand that's on the calf, and you jump out. Sometimes you gotta jump out like 2 or 3 times, no problem. Once he falls and touches his belly on the floor, use your armpit super heavy here. Try to turtle again though. I can't. Don't stay like this because he's gonna start turtling again and then he's gonna roll. Okay, so you need to be like here. Now, you grab the shoulder. I like to make this grip here. Okay, facing my hand that's under the arm towards the outside and the hand on top towards me. Now, I start finishing with the omoplata. Okay, and if he rolls, go back. Sometimes you're gonna use the omoplata to sweep people, most of the time. When he rolls him. I let him roll, I let go. Then I'll end up on top of him. Right here. And then start moving from there. Okay? You guys have any question? No? Alright, question? Yes?
When they spin and you still have the omoplata lock, do you like to do the back step in the mount? Or so you still
Oh yeah, so it really depends. Depends how I land on top. So when I go here, and then go on rolls, and then I get on top like this. If you don't start underhooking my arm here like this, if I back step, it's gonna be bad for me, so I prefer to overstep, right? But if you don't, it's kind of more facing that way after he rolls, then I go here. I go like this, and I start going for monoplata, It really depends, after, usually he turns towards me here. I like to get a kimura here as well. I change for kimura, or I omoplata the other arm and start playing with the guy that's on bottom, okay? You got it? So it really depends. If you're facing towards you, mount. If you face outside, you go the other way, okay? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.